the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
I know we're at an at-will state, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what? You're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that.
Yeah,
That's California. Yep, welcome.
Handle on the Law. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
Deano's Night Out on WRMN. It's the talk of the town, so come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN 1410. On WRMN, it's the talk of the town, so come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN.
Well, there's that song, everybody. How's everyone doing? You're listening to Deano's Night Out, and that's right here on WRMN. 1410 on the AM dial. If you're listening on the YouTube, WRMN 1410 YouTube. We have a great show lined up for you today. You are not going to believe who is in studio, but I think you believe it if you saw the little preview I did on the Facebook. Oh, little, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, we did it already. But I got a guy, and I'm going to put him right on the screen, which he is right now. And there he is. Who is that guy? We all know who that guy is. That's Vito Zatto. And Vito, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being on here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my God.
Pleasure.
It's such a privilege to have you joining us here in station, in the studio.
In the studio.
How do you like that?
I love the studio.
Oh, I'm glad
Beautiful. You can see the outside.
We're
people
street
walking
side. We're
by.
like the big
Street
networks,
side.
aren't we?
Street side. Absolutely.
What do you think? Yeah,
Absolutely.
well. So we're putting something real neat together. And we usually start out the show and we tell everybody, so everyone does know. Our show is brought to you by the Arcada Theater, oshows.com. And that's Ron Onesti, and Vito is no stranger to the theaters over there and interacting with Ron Onesti and all the different things that Ron does. I mean, even long before Ron had everything going on, Vito's been in the business. God, I got to be, 40, 50 years you've been doing
Something
this?
like that, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm going to do a quick rundown, and then we're going to go right into wasting no time and taking advantage of every minute we have here with Vito. We got him to come in the studio. So we're going to do the quick rundown. Tonight, over at the Arcada, they got Southern Rock Night, which is Midnight Rider, a tribute band to the Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers. It's a great show. Check it out, 105 East Main Street in downtown St. Charles, and that's 8 p.m. And then if you're looking for something at the Des Plaines Theater, they got, it's 3 tribute bands over there. Night Songs, Big City Nights, Sins, and Roses. Night Songs is the Cinderella tribute. Big City Nights, that's the Scorpions. And Sins and Roses, obviously Guns N' Roses. So they're great cover bands, a great show to see. The Rock House today, over at Rocky's Rock House, West Dundee. And they're located 96 West Main Street, 2 Hype Crew. Now, they're the first time over at the Rock House, so he says, be gentle, but it's always a party at the Rock House. You're going to want to check it out. That show, I think, starts about 9 o'clock. And then we go over to the Even Flow Music and Spirits, and they're located in Geneva. And we got there, it's got Kicked Out of Choir, and they've got Covington Groove. So it's going to be like a 80s and 90s party. Then they're even going to have a little metal special Scoozy going to be coming by. They're going to knock out a couple Ozzy hits. So you'll want to get over to there as well. And then from there, if you like a little comedy, None of That Rock Is Yours or 80s music, go and see Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly's got a great comedic act over at the Comedy Vault, and that's in Batavia, 18 West Wilson Street. 2 shows, 7 o'clock and 9:30. I think tomorrow, because he's Friday and Saturday, his 7 o'clock show is sold out. So you want to check it out. Right around the corner, our neighbors and friends, the Martini Room. So many different things happening there. And it's Live Music Fridays. Today, they got the Anthony Padilla Trio. You ever heard of them before, Vito?
No, just the two, not the tree.
Just the two? Yeah, not tree?
Yeah, tree.
Just the two. All right. So they're going to be over there. And that's our rundown. So you know what? Let's get to the real topic over here, and that's Vito Zatto.
I actually look taller here, don't I?
You know what? You look pretty tall
But they
all
don't
the
realize
time.
that I am standing right now.
Yeah, that's the other part. Yeah. So listen, again, all I could do is thank you for being here today. You have been, oh my God, in the industry for so long. I just tell everybody how long you've been around. I'm not going to ask you questions. I want you to do, you lead the way, man.
45, 50 years, but, since you've been talking about Ron, we're going to be there, my wife and I, Tootsie, February 8th, upstairs in the Speakeasy, and we start about 8:30, but I've known Ron probably 30 years and just been doing stuff with him. He actually put me in Vegas at the Sahara Hotel, and I was there probably for 2 or 3 years in their main room, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate what Ronnie does. And Ron does a lot of things for everybody. I don't even think he sleeps at night.
No, he helps everybody.
He helps everybody.
Bottom line, what a gentleman, huh?
Absolutely. And matter of fact, we got married at the Arcada Theater, and Ron was the minister.
How you like that?
Isn't that great? Now, I picked him because he's like the minister.
The minister.
Because I think he's about
I guess you guys could look eye to eye when you kind of talk
taller
about
than me, I think. He's a quarter inch taller, but he did a great job at it.
He wears
already.
those shoes, though. That makes him that.
He
extra
wears the
quarter
shoes.
inch.
Matter of fact, I'm wearing them right now. But no, it was a great wedding, and Ron does a lot of good things.
And you mentioned, Tootsie right off the bat, and how cool is that you thank everybody, in your family for, supporting you and getting you to where you got. But you said you finally found the perfect sound tech. And how many people can say that working with your wife, and that's what you do. And Tootsie is your perfect sound tech, huh? She the one that-
Absolutely. Ever since COVID hit, I probably had about 60, 70 sound techs through the years.
Uh-huh.
So ever since COVID hit, all the guys didn't want to come out. So I asked my wife, honey, can you maybe just help me out a little bit here and there? She says, oh, absolutely. And she's gotten so good that, and not because she's my wife, but she's the best sound tech I've ever had because she does it from the heart, and it's a family thing, and she does all my sound bites and costumes and marketing. So, she does it all, and plus she's a great cook, and I just love looking at her, too.
Well, you know what? Absolutely. And she's very attractive.
Thank you.
I will tell you that, too. You have a very attractive wife. But, you have had the passion for this business, this industry, whatever you want to call it. And again, I remember you for too many years. Like you say, Tony Ocean, probably about the same time as you.
Yeah, probably.
He was on a couple weeks prior.
Sure.
He could only join by Zoom, but I'd love to get both of you in the studio one day. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Talk about the different things and the different paths. I know you've crossed a lot, but just a different entertainment. But your style is such that, it's your heart. You're you. You know what I mean? I remember you, and you said you still have a van. You would have your van with your name all over it, And if we're not going to promote ourselves, even here with this radio station, we try to promote WRMN as best we can. We know we're an AM radio station, but we're on YouTube, okay? You could go back to our archives and catch it later. You can listen on our app, and you can catch us all the time.
Sure.
We have an Australia caller.
Oh, wow.
Every single day she calls in from Australia. And it comes in crystal clear on our app.
Last name Koala? No.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's her sister's name.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but it's, Derica is her name. But it's, it's just amazing what's out there. But the way, you were never too good for how can I say? You were never too good to promote yourself. You know how many guys in the industry like, yeah, I'm the big singer here, and I could do this and I could do that. But, you were never that guy. And I admire that in you. You know what I mean? You talk about your size, but you know what? You're heads and shoulders above the rest when it comes to that, because, humility is a big thing with me, and you're talking all the guys, Ron Onesti, I've never seen a more humble guy. You know how many different people you know how many different people he knows.
He should write a book.
Right?
Yeah, well, definitely. I always tell him, Ryan, you got to write a book, because of all your experiences.
Tony Ocean was here.
Yeah, just humble is where it's at, and I appreciate, the older I get, I appreciate it more.
Right.
And this is my passion. I love to perform for people, and I love to see them, if I can make them forget about their troubles for a couple hours, because from doing a 100th birthday party, corporate events, senior events, so I'm hitting all different types of people. Plus, and what's cool is I've been doing a lot of weddings, for many years. I'll do somebody's wedding 30 years ago, and then I'll do their kid's wedding.
Isn't that something?
So, and it's and they'll show me pictures of their wedding. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you still look about the same. You don't think you don't. You know what?
I'm shrinking.
No,
I'm shrinking. I mean, the next time we
go
do
down
your
a little
show,
bit.
I'll be a pair of shoes with hair on it.
You know what we'll do? We'll put a little line on the door
Put the
before you
line on the
leave.
door.
Yeah,
So the
we're going to
next time
mark
I'm
it.
here, you'll see.
Vito Zatto. Boom.
You'll see.
I'm going to do that.
My family's so short we can bungee jump off a curb. So that's how short we are. But go ahead.
But you do. You bring a flair and a personal touch to all your shows, and everyone that comes on, I always say, oh, you got to read your audience. That's no brainer stuff. I mean, for me to ask you that question, or anybody really, when I do, I kind of feel silly asking it, but people like to hear. Like, how do you know what show you're going to do that night? I would imagine you kind of peek around the curtain, see who's out there.
Yeah, you see who's out there. I do a lot of crowd participation, costumes and stuff, and people become celebrity lookalikes at our show. So I'll kind of scope the audience and listen to conversations. Okay, this table is very outgoing. They're funny. They're laughing. I can hit them, And if I see somebody doesn't want to participate, I'll move on.
You back off, yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
They just want to enjoy the show, But it's a lot of fun when you see people getting into it. My wife dresses them up into celebrity lookalikes and stuff. And as they come out, people are taking video. And it's a lot of fun. It's a feel-good show. Our goal is for people to, when they leave our show, to say, hey, we had a great time. And, let's go back and let's bring more friends. But a lot of these places, like, for instance, tonight, we're at North and Maple and Tinley Park. And we start around 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow night, we're at Donnie G's in Elmwood Park, and we start about 7:30 there. And then next week, like I said, we're at Villaggio's in Roselle, February 7th, and then February 8th at Ron Onesti's
Right in the Speakeasy.
Right
yeah.
there. That's
Beautiful.
a great place. We love playing there. And, what's cool about that, because he has so much stuff going on, he's got the theater downstairs, so people come up. People go down. It's just like a revolving door with entertainment.
Mm-hmm. And you have a dinner show on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Where's that going to be at?
That's going to be at the Capri in Downers Grove.
Beautiful.
Capri, and that's Joe Revito.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Gigi's brother.
Gigi's brother, and they all have great food.
Don't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, I like the 8-finger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes
The
when
vodka sauce.
people aren't having a good time, they give me the 1-finger.
Yeah, well, that's okay. we know how to sidestep all of those, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but just the way that you do. I watch you. I watch you bring the people in. I watch you reel them in. You remember Chuck Salvo?
Absolutely. My parents used to go see him, so I remember the mailing list thing on the counter, and and they saw him, and they would go see him all the time.
All the time.
And Chuck Salvo and I are friends. He would come out and see the show. I think he's retired now. He's about 84, 85 years
And Matt, I
old.
tell you what, still witty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What a shot. He used to do that. Remember that horny? He was another one.
The frog, yeah.
The frog, the horny toad or whatever
horny
it was.
toad.
And another one that clean comedy.
Clean.
Yourself.
Absolutely.
Hey, we could wrap them up. If it's the guys, we know how to tell jokes and all that stuff when we're all together. But I think this is what people want today. And when I saw Chuck Salvo, when I started seeing him, I went with my parents. It was at the holiday. We were from Westchester.
Yes.
So he was at the Holiday Inn all the time on Hillside.
Yeah.
Remember the Tony Smith and all
Yes,
the other
Tony
acts?
Smith was
Sure.
about 106.
Oh, he's got it.
before
Yeah.
he passed. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he was really something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I put you like in that you're the next up and comer, and you became. You know what I mean? And that's what I had said before. You always did shows, but now when I see you with all these different shows that you're performing at, in the different places, I mean, you're playing some big spots.
Yeah,
You
and
know, you really transitioned.
you
You,
very
know, and I don't mean it like you were small potatoes. Don't take that at all. That's what I'm implying. But you built yourself up from your listeners, watchers.
And, Ron Onesti had a huge thing to do about this. I've opened up because of Ron, Engelbert Humperdinck, Frankie Avalon,
Nice.
Righteous Brothers, a whole bunch of different artists, so, and it's been, nowadays it's different because of what it is out there in this world. So you got to really watch what you say because everybody's got video.
Oh, and
all
everyone's
that stuff.
sensitive.
Yeah, everybody's sensitive. So, you can't make fun of this, you can't do this, but you know what? I can talk about the Amish because they'll never know.
No, they have no idea. They'll never tune in.
They'll never tune
So
in.
they're the safe ones, right?
Absolutely.
I know. I got you.
Yeah. Well, the other day, I'm looking in my closet. I have about maybe 75 pairs of shoes, for the show and all that
Sure.
stuff. So I go in my closet and I look down and there's blue powder in every pair of shoes I own. So I go up to my wife. I says, Toots, do I have like a foot odor? She says, no, that's Miracle Grow.
Yeah. It's just not working.
It's not
Yeah.
working.
Tell her to bring it back. Nah. You don't need. You know what? Again, size isn't it. You've established yourself way beyond anything about size. You're bigger than all of that stuff. And it just goes to that. Those are the people, again, that's going to stay the time. And how many different years, you're doing this
And
already
you do have to
identified.
adjust. You do have to change it up because you have a lot of the same people coming to the show. So you got to add new skits, new jokes, new songs. But, as I get older, my memory's not as good as it used to be. So I'm like, sometimes I have a trouble remembering the words of Happy Birthday.
Well, but a lot of people like, though, I don't want to say the old skits, but your routine, and they go, I know they have, you have a mailing list, but they go there because they want to hear that again. You know what I mean? They say that,
but it's
what, I
always
wanna
good
get
to
those
add the new
jokes.
stuff,
Yeah.
For new people to come see the show, But I started out a long time ago when I was about 8 years old. We had like a neighborhood band, and we were called the Tigers, and Don Stout, Ron Wojcik, and myself, we entered a contest. It was about 300 people, and we sang to the Beatles song "Help." So when I heard the applause and people clapping, standing ovation, I said, to myself, I says, I got goosebumps. I said, this is what I want.
This is
to
what
do.
you like, huh?
And so then each year, I got into bands and stuff, and one of my favorite bands was 24 Karat. And we did a lot of the weddings all over the place with band members Rick Palandri, Mike Muley, Joe Muley, Pat Dillard, and Sherry, I forget her name, but Sherry. And then, so I've been in the bands too, live singing and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun, and been meeting a lot of great people. So, sometimes people say, how long are you going to do this for? I said, you know what? It's my passion. I want to do this for as long as I
you
can. Knock
can.
on wood with the health, because that's huge.
Oh, sure it
Health
is.
is huge. So, but we have a great time.
And you're doing great things. You are. I mean, and you said your inspiration, though, was this Paul guy?
Yeah, Paul New.
And who was
had-
Paul New?
He had a band, and he used to play at the Navarone back in the day.
Oh, my God, on 53 over there,
Yes,
the Navarone?
in Des Plaines.
Yeah.
And he had his band. So my parents
Around the
used to
corner from the Snuggery.
Yes. So my parents used to follow him like they would Chuck Salvo.
Yeah.
So now he was a singer, comedian, impersonator, full band, and I love going there. And I says, Ma, that's what I want to do.
That's your
She says,
guy.
you could do whatever you want to do. And till this day we talk, Paul and I. He's about 85,
I'll be darned.
and his career was huge. He did great things, and he was one of my inspirations and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
something. And you had the support, obviously, from your family.
Yes.
And you told your mom that, someday you want to be on TV, radio, and perform in Vegas. Well,
yeah. You know what? And
you got the radio thing, right?
I got the radio thing. I did the Las Vegas thing because of Ron, and then I did the WGN.
Where'd you go with Las Vegas? Where were you at?
I was at the Sahara.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then I've done.
Oh, how cool. Iconic Sahara.
I mean, that was great.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
You stand in front of that sign. Boy, that sign really looks big when you're over there, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
You know, but it was great. I was there probably a couple of months and stuff like that, and they wanted to keep me there permanently, but I said, you know, I have a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. My family's there, so
Sure.
so Ron booked me there once a week, like every other month. You know, but that was a great thing. That was a lot of fun. My parents got to come out there, a lot of my family to see the show. You know, but yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
I know we share a friend, Jeff Hoover.
Yeah.
From
Oh, yeah,
WGN.
Jeff Hoover. I do a lot of stuff with the
Halloween.
WGN, the Halloween
I watch you
thing
do
is
that
just
all the time.
Absolutely. I love doing stuff with Jeff.
Is he
I've done
hilarious or what?
Skits with him.
I watch that I got every single one of them.
Him and Mike Toomey.
Oh,
I
Toomey,
mean,
another
and-
great.
Yeah, and then Paul Conrad and on about all of
Excuse
them.
me.
It's a lot of fun. WGN is a class act. Number one morning show.
Isn't that the best?
Number one morning show.
And he's been produced for 22, 23 years.
Yeah.
He just had an anniversary.
Yeah.
Jeff did.
Oh yeah, Jeff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
I mean, just was it last year? I got to go on a real tour of the place of WGN. You know where Bozo was. I mean
In the green room where.
Oh
Post used to
my God!
change
He showed me it all.
Yeah.
And got to meet. You know, everybody was as nice as could be. You know, Conrad was there. You name all of them. You know, it just they treat you like family. Everybody,
Like
does,
family.
You know, like
Like
even
family. I mean,
everybody.
Did you ever go to Bozo Circus when you were a kid?
Well, I was a kid. I was never able to make it. Were you on Bozo?
Yes, I was on it. Not doing any of the bucket number 6 or anything like that, but I was in the audience. You know, the cast of thousands.
Yeah, no
which was
kidding.
about 100.
Sure looked like 1,000.
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
The way they
absolutely.
panned that camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that WGN is really something. But yeah, you know, you've always, like I say, you acknowledge the people that got you into places you ever wanted to get to. But how cool is that? You got to perform in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
the Sahara of all other places.
Yeah, yeah.
My
In
gosh.
New York, and what else? Couple people fly me out to do special events. You know, we do stuff out of state. You know, I've been to California.
Well, you're going to be doing our Knights of Columbus thing if that date is still available for those.
Oh yeah,
that
March
entertaining.
7th or something like that.
There's something like that.
And then there's another one in June.
Yes.
That we were talking.
Yeah,
about.
June 28th and maybe
Yeah.
March 3rd. Whatever, we'll talk
Yeah,
about it.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
yeah, you were checking the dates, and you know, once they said they're looking for entertainment, I said, I know the perfect guy.
Thank you very much.
You know, and says we're gonna put you on there.
You know,
So-
are you wearing bifocals or no?
no, these are no
Because
bifocals.
if you take your glasses off and turn them over, I look taller. But go ahead.
Okay, I could switch that. Yeah, look at that. No, yeah, these are. I am so blind lately. That's the only bad darn thing about age. But
You know,
that's
before
okay.
I became an entertainer, I used to be a roofer. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah,
I used
what
to be
happened?
a roofer. I had to quit because I got the shingles. But you know, that's. Go ahead.
You know, that's okay. I wish I had my sound effects over here.
Ba-dum,
I
bum.
threw the old rim shot one.
My
on
wife's
there.
got the sound effects in the show.
Yeah. Well, she's your tech.
Yeah.
So she runs the board. See, you know, running this board and doing everything is relatively new for me. And you know, I say new. This is maybe my 8th show, I think, now put together here for this Dino's Night Out piece. And I'm trying to put it together. And having you,
You
here.
wouldn't even know that.
Stop it. Here's that music, though.
I would have thought 7.
No, yeah, thank you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's you going to stick around after this break?
Absolutely.
We got some more to talk about. So, hey, listen, everybody. You are listening to Dino's Night Out, and I am here right now with Vito Zatto. What a guy, huh? Say hi to Vito.
How you doing? Let me buy you a snorkel machine. Adrian!
There you go. Hey, impersonator, comedic act. He's just a perfect singer. You can see him in all these different places. We're going to talk some more about his public appearances. But stay with us, 14:10 a.m. You're listening to WRMN. We'll be back in a few short.
Dino's Night Out on WRMN. It's the talk of the town. So come on and listen now.
This is WRMN News. Hello, I'm Dennis Green. Recovery efforts have resumed on the Potomac River, where wreckage from Wednesday's deadly aircraft collision at Reagan National Airport can be seen sticking out of the water. News Nation's Alex Capriello reports crews will have their hands full with today's weather.
The pace of the current of that water in the river really rapid, it seems to me, which will certainly add difficulty for the EMS and the fire crews and divers that'll go out there that are still looking to recover as many bodies as possible. At latest count, at least 30 people have been recovered for that river, but we know 67 in total between the American Airlines aircraft as well as that Black Hawk helicopter. The water temperature currently at 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and we do expect a lot of rain. About an inch will come down on the metro area in total by about midnight tonight.
It's now been reported that the Black Hawk helicopter may not have been flying at the proper altitude. A preliminary report could be ready in a couple of weeks. All 64 people aboard the American Eagle flight number 5342 and 3 soldiers on the Black Hawk helicopter were killed in the crash. A man who survived the New Year's Day truck attack in New Orleans French Quarter got a big surprise from his favorite team. News Nation's Nick Smith reports he's going to the Super Bowl.
Former Princeton football player Ryan Quigley surprised with Super Bowl tickets. He was injured in the attack, and his best friend and former teammate Tiger Besh was killed. Now, Quigley says he's a lifelong Eagles fan and thanks the team for keeping his friend's story alive.
The Super Bowl happens February 9th at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400 now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, rain likely with patchy fog before 4 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 40. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 27. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 36. Currently, it is 40 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
If you love designer brands and you love clearance, then you're going to love this. Macy's is having a huge designer clearance event right now with incredible new designer markdowns on cold weather styles from BCBG, Hugo Boss, Michael Kors, and more. How big are the markdowns? How about Coach boots for $200 or less? So if you're looking for the things you love all in one place, come in and shop the designer clearance event at Macy's today. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Vito's back with us, and a lot of great things going on. Vito's been in so many different places. He's got some neat shows coming up. We're going to talk about them in a bit. But if somebody would like to call in, have a few words to say, call in our hotline over here at 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. You could always leave some kind of a chat message right on the YouTube if you're listening on the YouTube piece. or our text hotline, which is 505-926, and you know the back number is 1410. We're trying to keep that consistency. So, yeah, everything is 1410 around here. And if you put that down, 410, what do you think?
410. You know what? Next time I come in, that's probably what my height's going to be.
Is that gonna be?
410. You know, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here today is because my wife is a little bit mad at me right now. You know, never ask your wife what's for dinner while she's shoveling the snow.
Oh, never. That's the wrong thing to do.
It's not good.
You should have got her in between ironing, maybe, or something like that.
But then the other night I come home and she yelled at me again. She says, "How could you come home half drunk?" I says, I ran out of money.
They didn't have enough time.
I didn't have enough money. But I don't know if you knew this, but I went to Addison Trail High School.
Okay.
Addison Trail, and I tried out for the track team. You know, the pole vault?
Yeah, sure.
I went over to the thing, came down, and says, "Coach, was that good?" He says, "That was a hurdle." So,
well, that's okay.
I know.
You got to start small.
Well,
and then you move up
I
and
had
you
no
advance
choice to
yourself.
start small.
Yeah, right?
And I'm always cold because heat rises.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
So
heat
it's
rises.
a little chilly?
Yeah, I got a new dentist that I went to. I think his practice is in Flossmoor.
How about these curves? Be careful going over.
I
don't
got to
want
watch out for the curves. I could play, handball on those curves.
Yeah.
No, this is a great studio. Love the studio.
Yeah, thank you. We've done a lot of changes, upgrades, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, we elevated it. We got a little street view where people could come by, and it's nice. We have that nightmare on, I don't know what the hell street it is, maybe State Street or something like that, right here in Elgin. I always get the street mixed up. But it's like the big Halloween thing that they do. It's really, really amazing. They had the Fringe Fest over here. A lot of neat stuff goes on in this downtown area. Because, we service the whole Fox River Valley, which is why we read those different shows off in the area. It's not just Elgin, but we're the whole Fox River Valley. And you've been performing at every one of the different venues. I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the one in, was it Woodstock? We were just there not too long ago. I
I
can't
was
think.
there in Woodstock doing. No.
No, that was the other one. Yeah.
The first word in English I ever learned was ear.
Ear for you. Ear. That was some time ago, right? When you weren't supposed to do, or it wasn't legal. Now it's like,
Now,
you got the glaucoma.
I mean, we could smoke it right here. Here you go. Pass it on camera.
Yeah, that's something amazing.
It's something.
I mean, and again, you talk about age, and you don't show your age, but you talk about age, and you watch the transition of not. I imagine how your show has changed because you have to switch with the times, but you just see the different things in front of our own eyes. It's like, oh my God, are you really doing that? Is that really going to happen?
Yeah.
And the politics as well, which has got to give you great material.
Yeah, but you know what? I stay away from it because no matter what you do, you're going to make somebody mad.
Yeah, you're going to be on the
you know
wrong
what?
side.
Steer away from politics and religion. I don't even attempt. Bill Clinton, I did not have sex with that woman. I'm talking about Hillary.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, right?
That's the safe one.
That's the safe one. Yeah. But no, I appreciate you having me here. And there's a lot of nice places that my wife and I do. And we love doing senior stuff. Corporate is nice, but you got to be corporate friendly.
Sure.
You have to watch what you say. And they actually, they'll ask questions. Okay, you can't say this. You can't do this. You can't say this. You can't do this. So then I said, well, my show is going to be about 28 seconds long.
Yeah.
So am I still going to get paid the same?
Yeah, political correctness, I mean, it's in everything. I mean, it's in the communication. Could you imagine Red Fox, Buddy, Shecky Green, Buddy Hackett in today's world? Even Rodney Dangerfield. How about Don Rickles, who was what better talent than Don Rickles?
He was unbelievable.
But he didn't, there was no malice. There was no, we've talked about this with other comedians that have come on here. He would do it in such a way, and he would always, at the end of his show, what would he always say? I don't mean
any
right? Any disrespect to any race.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun.
Exactly.
And that's kind of like what I do in my show. I don't get as harsh as Don Rickles. Everything is family friendly, but I'll make fun of myself first, and that will open up, the can of worms or whatever. And now I can go out and say something to this person, because I've already busted my own onions.
Right. You broke the ice, too.
Broke the ice.
I said that a million times. I've always been pretty heavy my whole life. I'd lose weight, then I get a little bit heavy. So, you're the big guy in the room, so you make the first fat joke, if you want to call it fat. I know I am. So you make the heavy set joke. Now you can't get me. I already got myself. So now what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, and I kind of
You know what
stay
I mean?
away from that.
Sure.
You know, I'll do celebrity lookalikes, but I'll stay away from somebody looking like this person because I don't. You know, people come to the show to feel good. I don't want them
You know what?
leaving feeling bad.
Entertainment.
Yeah,
They're there to laugh,
entertainment.
joke.
Absolutely.
I don't want to walk out feeling bad. You know, Chuck Salvo used to do the thing like if you get up and go to, you know, somebody have to go to work. Hey, listen, I'll wait till you get back. Go ahead. Yeah, it was fun and all like that. But also if he would try and, like if you say pick on someone, but I remember one day I was wearing all white for whatever reason, middle of summer. We were coming back for, you know, he was teasing me about being a good humor man and all like, oh, was it your first communion and blah, blah. He went on and on and on and on. But that was okay. But if he saw someone didn't like that,
yeah,
you get right off it. And I watch you do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, you get a guy that's a little, you know, and they're having a drink too. Most of the places are 2-drink minimum, and you know they're having more than that. Do you want the brawl?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have good drinkers or bad drinkers.
Oh my God, sure.
So you have to watch yourself. Yeah, it's different out there, and no, but it's been fun. You know, last week my fan club broke up. Yeah, the guy died. Or Rodney Dangerfield, right? Let me tell you.
Let me tell you what happened.
My son was so lazy, he married a pregnant woman.
You know, that's lazy.
That's lazy. We're talking real lazy. You know, but we talk about like when to back off, when not. And we also talked about, again, Tootsie, not to move into there. I mean, you've seen pictures. I don't have a picture right now. I didn't know if you would have wanted me to put it up. A real attractive girl, and now she's there with you working the show. You know, you gotta field all that stuff because you get some guy maybe that's a little out of line. You know, now he's gonna start making cracks and you know God knows what. And believe me, they're gonna make comments. You know,
but she can handle herself.
Well, she's a big girl.
Unbelievable, yeah. And you know, probably just about every show somebody makes a comment to me. How pretty and beautiful she is to me, and that's a huge compliment.
Should make you feel very
and
proud
I
in
tell
herself.
her, and you know, so, but yeah, she is my everything, and what she brings to our show now is just more family oriented, but people just love what she does, and you know, they tell me all the time, but you know, she's 100% to the show. All the little sound bites that she does, sometimes I just shake my head because she surprises me a lot.
Oh yeah.
And that's good because if I'm surprised, but it went well, people can see that humor and the love that we have for one another.
And you know what? She's throwing you a little shot.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? The little, scorch over there.
Yeah.
And then you play with it. You're able to feed off it too.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe she's like, again, your board operator is everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of times like me, I'm doing it myself here. But when you have a producer and they're running a board and you're talking, like for instance, I was talking about your wife Tootsie. Boom, he'd have been able to bring it right up and she would have been on screen and everybody would have saw. I'm not that quick. I don't know how to do that. But my point is, that's what keeps the flow, and that's your partnership. And, you know, it's your love partner. I get that, and I do commend you. How cool is that? And, you know, and you're working with your passion. It's like a double passion. How do you beat that?
Double passion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And what's cool is, you know, I'll go into the audience because my show is 95% in the audience.
Right.
And she'll hear trigger words. So she'll hear something that I say, and she's already with the soundbite. And, you know, and that's sometimes I'm just like, wow, you know, she's quick.
And you know what? We got a phone call.
Oh, wow.
How you like that?
All right.
And let me get this clicked in right here.
It might be my agent that just booked me at the White Castle drive-thru in Berwyn.
Let's hope we got it. Go ahead, caller. Who do we have on the line with us today?
Dean, it's George Rollinson. How are you?
Hey, George. How are you, sir? My biggest fan. What's going on?
Well, your show is great, but I'm actually calling to talk to Vito.
I would hope so.
My sister, Vito, is one of your biggest fans. She's seen you at a couple of senior centers. I know she goes to see you at a place. She was in Hillside. There's a place she goes to in Elmwood Park. She's seen you at. So
oh, wonderful.
I kind of took a glance at your upcoming schedule. Are you going to be – I just want to make sure I have the right schedule for the right year. There's a place in Gilbert's called Cruisin'. Are you going to be there in February?
Yes, February 22nd.
Oh, great. So you're going to be at Cruisin' on the 22nd in Gilbert's.
Yes.
Then I see you're going to be at Moretti's on the 28th, correct?
Yes,
In Hoffman Estates?
absolutely. You could always check my website, vitozatto.com. But this was a nice phone call. I appreciate that. And tell your sister I said
one
hello.
Of those two. Absolutely, but I will be at one of those two. Dean and I have been to cruising.
Oh, okay.
They have a really good,
oh my God, what a menu! How about those steaks,
you
man?
remember, Dean? Yeah, the steaks. And it's it. And Vito, I think the 22nd is Saturday. That's steak night. So we get a double bang for our buck.
Oh, they'll make either a beautiful porterhouse. They made London broiled. They've had
nice.
And what a chef over there. How about it, George?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's great. It really is. So when I come, Vito, I don't know if I'm going to be there the 22nd. If I'm not there the 22nd, I promise you I'll be at Moretti's on that following Friday, but I will introduce myself.
Oh,
I did have another question.
Yes.
So growing up, you talked about your neighborhood and things like that. Vito, who were your mentors? What entertainers who were popular at the time, did you look up to and admire?
Well, I looked up to everybody. I mean, there's gerbils that I look up to.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what? I like Robin Williams.
All-time favorite.
Don Rickles when he's light. Rodney Dangerfield. Jerry Seinfeld is.
Seinfeld's good.
A huge,
Seinfeld works for me too. No, nothing blue about Seinfeld. I've seen it.
No, he's brilliant. I mean, the stuff that he comes up with. My wife and I just saw him probably about 6 months ago, and he was unbelievable. And I just like his stuff. And in the beginning of this, I was saying a guy named Paul New, and he was kind of like my mentor back in the day when I was a young kid. And but no, he was very talented. But singers, I love Elvis. The Rat Pack, Frank, Dean, Sammy. Sammy was.
Did you ever see him, Vito? Did you ever see the Rat Pack, or did you ever see Elvis?
No, I saw Frank, but I think Sammy was the most talented out of the three because he could sing, impersonations, drums, dance. I mean, he was unbelievable talented.
Yes.
Yep.
And Frank Sinatra loved Sammy Davis. Loved him.
Big time.
Well, if it wasn't for Frank, there was no way that Sammy would be as advanced because back then you couldn't have that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And what a shame that was. I mean,
absolutely
unnecessary.
But you know what? I know Sinatra had his shortcomings, but let's face it, he was a stand-up guy, and he stood up for Sammy Davis and told one of those Vegas club owners because of Sammy Davis's skin color that he was not going to be allowed to stay in that hotel.
I'm not going on.
He said, listen, exactly. He doesn't say, I don't go on. Your choice.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Frank was true blue.
Yeah, absolutely.
George, thank you very much. We do have another phone call, if you don't mind.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, George.
Looking forward to seeing you in February.
Let's try and do cruising. I'll go with you.
Let's do it the 22nd. I'm in.
All right.
Oh, thanks,
automatically.
George. Thanks,
Sounds good.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, George.
Bye.
Yeah, that's George Rollinson. Good friend. Been around in the community forever. He's an author, publisher.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really, really, really good guy. Let's get this next call. No idea. Who we got calling in? Go ahead, caller. You're on with me and Vito Zatto, or Vito Zatto and me. But go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, must be Derica.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was just telling Vito that we get people from all over the place calling.
Are you my second grade teacher?
This is it.
I knew you sounded familiar.
Derica, he's talking to you. That's Vito Zatto talking to you.
Who is it?
His name is Vito Zatto. She's from Australia.
Oh, from Australia. Okay. I look like a koala bear.
Yeah.
Same size.
Are you watching the YouTube right now, Derica?
Not at the moment. When I'm talking to you, I can't watch YouTube at the same time.
Oh, I thought you were able to. Okay.
Yes.
Well, don't talk to me no more. Talk to Vito.
Did you hear my friend William Brown last night on the radio?
I don't know if I did catch. I'm going to just tell you the truth. No, I did not hear it. But I will play back.
Talking to Marky.
It was that Marky's show?
Marky B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to play back because all of our shows are saved on the videos in the archive. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, he's in hospital too.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Dialysis and he's an Aborigine. He's an Australian Aborigine.
Huh.
And yeah.
You sound a little out of breath today. How you feeling? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's early morning here. It's 10 to 7 Saturday.
Wow.
It's Christmas over here.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
So what kind of music do you like?
Oh, I like all kinds. I mean, I like the latest rock music videos that you see on the video clips, and I like some of the older stuff too, from 70s and 80s and 90s, and
Do you like Elvis
and
Presley?
Even, yeah, he's all right.
He's all right.
Can I sing you something? Treat me like a fool, treat me mean and cruel, but love me.
How you like that, Derek? A special song just for you, huh?
Oh, well, thank you. That was great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody could do that one, right?
And I like other, like from the 60s and 50s, and even, have you ever heard of, what is it called? Oh, damn, I've forgotten it.
How about the Beatles? You like John Lennon?
Yeah, it is a mixtape.
Imagine I was taller. But go ahead.
It was a mixtape, is going from the the music from the can, right through to about, I don't know, 60s or something like that. And
The can.
The can.
I don't know.
You can?
Yeah, if you can.
You can.
No.
No, I don't know if I know
We
that
can
one.
make the sun rise.
Yeah, there you go.
Dip it in with you.
Yeah, hum a few bars maybe to it, Derek.
I got my
think.
good eye on you.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I think Vito could come up with a little song for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, thank you very much for calling. We're going to go back to our, we have another call coming in. But I hope you're feeling good. You're sounding pretty decent, to be honest with you. A little weak. I was able to understand you very good today. So when you slow down, we hear you very good. I appreciate you calling.
Down. You move too fast.
Yeah, there's a good song, too.
You got
All right,
it.
Derica. Have a great day. Thank you for calling in.
Nice talking to you.
And that was Derica, all the way from Australia. Yeah, we get her. She calls in on all the different shows, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
And she's been going through a dialysis right now. So, we're trying to be her friend and see what's going on and keep her included in things so she's not on the outside looking in.
Yep.
Is our main goal, of course. But, yeah, I like your little songs that you were doing there, your little pieces that you had.
Thank you.
Yeah, you always do some good ones. But let's go back to Vito Zatto. That's VitoZatto.com. If anybody wants to go to the website, you can see all the places that Vito is playing at. He's got, what's the next date that's coming up? The 31st. That's tonight.
Tonight.
He's going to be at North and Maple, right?
Yeah, North and Maple and Tinley Park.
Tinley Park, and it's on
Great
Creek
food.
Drive. Yeah?
Great food there. We start at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock show. Get there early, have a little meal. And then next days, where's he going? He's going over there to Donnie G's. And that's in Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park.
I know where that's at. Been there before. And then Villaggio's, that's right on Lake Street, right around the corner from my house. Great little place.
Yeah, in Roselle.
And watch the steps going down,
You
right?
gotta watch the steps going down, but we start at 7:30 there.
7:30 show. Club Arcada Speakeasy, that's an 8 o'clock show.
That's 8 o'clock show right in St. Charles.
Beautiful. And that's Saturday.
That's Saturday on February 8th.
February 8th. And then what are you going to do on Valentine's Day?
We have a couple shows. We have one in Indiana, Sherville, Indiana.
Nice.
And then we have one at Capri in Downers Grove, and that starts at 7 o'clock.
So how do you do both shows?
Well, it's
like an
different
empty-
different days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're titled Valentine's
I
Day
gotcha.
show.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that one listed.
And then we do a lot of private stuff. So if you check the website, that's only public appearances.
No, the
All
ones
the
that are-
private stuff are different, and you won't see those dates on there.
I got this nice one that says public appearances.
Yeah. Mhm.
So Modern Plate,
Yeah.
that's in Elmhurst.
Elmhurst, yeah. First time we're going to be there, and it's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't been. I'm lost by the name. Was that something else before?
It's right downtown York Road, right there. It was something else before.
I think
but-
it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Italian
what it
restaurant
was.
before, right?
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
the
something
block
like
from that root beer place.
But they gutted it all out, and they have a theater, for live entertainment
Oh, nice.
stage. Capacity maybe 300 there. But I'm in the restaurant lounge area on a Sunday, and that's a 2-hour show.
Well, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be Continental Restaurant. That's in Buffalo Grove.
Buffalo Grove, and it's on the 21st, and that's a dinner show. So you order tickets, and it's a dinner show, meal and show, combination with the price.
And then cruising, I'm going to talk George into going with me.
Yeah, cruising. That's a great place.
That's on the 22nd.
22nd, like you said. Great food. The steaks are outstanding.
Everything's good.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I've never had anything bad.
Make no mistake about cruising.
I know what we got happen there. Yeah, right? No mistaking on the cruising. Now, that's a good one, though, for sure. And then Moretti's, that's always a good one. That's in...
I do a lot of the Moretti's.
Hoffman?
Yeah, Hoffman Estates. There's one in Elgin. Barrington, I do them all.
Yeah, they got a nice chain. Nice.
Oh, big time.
Nice selection. So you got yourself is pretty booked up.
Yeah.
You're going to be in a lot of different places over here.
Yep.
And what have you added recently to the show?
You know what? New skits from rock and roll to what people want to hear. You know, and I even have I'll even go into the audience and take requests. Whatever they want to hear, what kind of artist they want to be sung, and I'll try to impersonate that artist for them. And then we get people up dancing. So we do line dances, hot. You know, then I slow it down for the couples to go up and dance, you know, and then we speed it up again. So my wife does the DJ work after the show.
Nice.
So she does all the mixing with all the dancing. And so it's usually a 3-hour show, and I don't take a break. I think because when you take a break, that momentum that you just created,
sure,
it slows down, people leave. So I try to keep the momentum going because, you know, the owners want them to drink, they want them to eat, you know, so, and I have a nice following. You know, people have been following my show for a long time, you know, so it's.
And that you do. You have a lot of great people following you. Well, what do you get in the trend for as far as, like, what's transitioning that people are more requesting? If that's a question that you're understanding what I'm trying to say, like when you say you listen to the people and you make different changes, what is it gravitating toward?
Depending on
generational
crowd
changes.
age, if I'm doing senior stuff, you know, they'll want Johnny Cash, they want different things, different music. Still the Rat Pack, still Tom Jones, Engelbert Humperdinck. You know, I did a show with Engelbert, and I was at the Arcada Theater, and I was so happy to meet him for the first time. I went backstage, and I went back, and I was excited, so I hugged him so tight. You know what he told me?
What's that?
Please release me, let me go.
And does he still have a voice or
He
what?
still has a voice. Absolutely.
Canadian. Isn't he Canadian? What is
I
he?
think so. I'm not sure, but he's like 84 now.
Oh, my
maybe
God.
84,
I can't
85.
believe the voice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Johnny Mathis is still out there. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm as helpless as getting up a tree. But
And that Quando he did?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Yeah. Tell me when will you be mine?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey, guess what? Here's our music. Vito, what I do want to give you, if you'd wear this for me.
Absolutely.
This is, I was live at WRMN Studio 14. You know, a little momentum for here that you were here with our station. I mean, it's no WGN pin, but you know what?
I'm going to wear this
It's
tonight.
WRMN. Will you do that?
Tonight at North and Maple.
Oh, God, we would be so flattered if you would do that. And
Absolutely.
honored. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Please come back again.
I would definitely.
We'd love to have you on anytime you have something to promote. And not just to promote, just come by, visit. You can hop on anytime. We have an out to lunch
Throw a
piece.
snowball at the window.
Throw something over here. Why not? Just don't break it.
No.
Too expensive to replace.
Absolutely.
Everybody, you've been listening to Dino's Night Out. We're going to be back in just a little bit. Going to have Vito D'Ambrosio joining me, talking about some upcoming events in the Italian-American community. Great entertainment there as well. And then Elliot Serrano going to talk about his new show coming up.
Party
We'll see you soon. You're listening to WRMN
Shake it off and
1410.
Join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for Apolitical Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, Apolitical Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
This is WRMN News.
Hello, I'm Dennis Green. Recovery efforts have resumed on the Potomac River, where wreckage from Wednesday's deadly aircraft collision at Reagan National Airport can be seen sticking out of the water. News Nation's Alex Capriello reports crews will have their hands full with today's weather.
The pace of the current of that water in the river really rapid, it seems to me, which will certainly add difficulty for the EMS and the fire crews and divers that'll go out there that are still looking to recover as many bodies as possible. At latest count, at least 30 people have been recovered for that river, but we know 67 in total between the American Airlines aircraft as well as that Black Hawk helicopter. The water temperature currently at 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and we do expect a lot of rain. About an inch will come down on the metro area in total by about midnight tonight.
It's now been reported that the Black Hawk helicopter may not have been flying at the proper altitude. A preliminary report could be ready in a couple of weeks. All 64 people aboard the American Eagle flight number 5342 and 3 soldiers on the Black Hawk helicopter were killed in the crash. A man who survived the New Year's Day truck attack in New Orleans' French Quarter got a big surprise from his favorite team. News Nation's Nick Smith reports he's going to the Super Bowl.
Former Princeton football player Ryan Quigley surprised with Super Bowl tickets. He was injured in the attack, and his best friend and former teammate Tiger Besh was killed. Now, Quigley says he's a lifelong Eagles fan and thanks the team for keeping his friend's story alive.
The Super Bowl happens February 9th at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan, brought to you by Progressive. An Elgin man with a prior conviction for child pornography is now confronting a serious new charge. Robert J. Dodero, 46, arrested on January 20th following an investigation by the Kane County Child Exploitation Unit. He faces 22 counts related to the possession and distribution of child pornography. A St. Charles man and former PTO president Edward T. Eisenstark has been sentenced to 5 years in prison following his guilty plea to multiple charges relating to the grooming of a child. The 38-year-old charged with indecent solicitation of a child, traveling to meet a minor, grooming and solicitation of a sexual act. Elgin's U46 is set to extend its elementary school day by 20 minutes starting in the next school year. The adjustment will see class days beginning 10 minutes earlier and ending 10 minutes later. Half of the district's 38 elementary schools will run from 7:50 a.m. to 2:10 p.m., while the other half will operate from 8:20 a.m. until 2:40 p.m. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Matayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, rain likely with patchy fog before 4 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 40. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 27. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 36. Currently, it is 40 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
If
If you love designer brands and you love clearance, then you're going to love this. Macy's is having a huge designer clearance event right now with incredible new designer markdowns on cold weather styles from BCBG, Hugo Boss, Michael Kors, and more. How big are the markdowns? How about Coach boots for $200 or less? So if you're looking for the things you love all in one place, come in and shop the designer clearance event at Macy's today. Savings off already reduced prices.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit